I got to a point in my relationship where we didn't have nothing going on. Like it was nothing toxic, nothing dysfunctional going on or whatever. And I started to feel like I was getting bored.
Mm-hmm.
Not realizing like this is a good relationship.
Yeah,
why
yeah,
am I
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to make something?
Yeah.
Why am I
Yeah.
trying to create problems? And I'm like, why am I? So I'm not bored. I'm like, I'm actually in a good
Yeah.
situation, but I was so used to dysfunction and so excited
It
about it
feels
that I'd be
different.
like,
Yeah.
this ain't what I, you know what I'm saying? So I was one of them people.
Mhm.
I had to.
Mm-hmm. Some people like that
Come
for
on,
real,
bro.
man. I've seen it.
I don't want peace. I want problems.
I'm like, bro.
So when you realize that, so how do you turn that on its head? Like, how do you address that?
Well, I mean, I just had to really look at it.
Yo, welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lex. The podcast where men can have a safe space. We on all platforms. You need to tune in, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Welcome to Melody, the podcast where men can have a safe space. Welcome to Melody. Welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lex.
Hey, what's going on, man? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Melly Mel, aka Melly Badass, aka Meek Mel, aka your favorite truth teller, aka if you don't want to know,
Don't ask me.
What's
It's
going
your
on,
boy
man?
T. Roy, aka your neighborhood hope dealer. If you need some hope, I got some you could borrow. Make sure you like, subscribe,
And follow.
What it do though? It's your boy Dr. Life Coach Lace, aka NBA old boy, aka Councilman Tate, aka I'm him, aka the Menace. No relation to Dennis.
What's going on,
That's
fellas?
actually
We back,
tough.
man.
Kind of like
Another edition, another episode of Melly D's podcast. What's happening?
Yeah, I'm glad y'all been rocking with us, following us on our social medias. We haven't plugged this in a while, but let's do it. Hey, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're even on Facebook. If you own the book, follow us there. If you type in Manly Deeds Podcast in any search engine, whatever pops up, follow that. As long as it's us.
Follow that.
We back. We in here.
Yeah.
We in here, man. What we on? We catching up, or we getting straight
Let's
to
get
it?
into it, man.
Let's get straight into it.
What we
Straight
talking
into it.
about, man?
Hey, man. I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm in my soft guy era these days.
You live? Oh, what? Okay.
I've been in my soft guy era, but I realized I might have been ahead of my time because I feel like I've been in my soft guy era for most of my life.
Word.
Once
okay.
I hear how the soft guy era is working.
So break it down for
you
the
know what I mean?
people.
I don't know if y'all are familiar with the soft
Break
guy
it down.
era. But it's basically a trend that's going on right now, man. It's very popular on social media. It's basically where men such as myself are flipping the script on the ladies, man.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's been a whole bunch of jokes for like the last couple years about women on, you know, social media talking about what they expect from men and how men are supposed to act. You know, most of it related to money and bags and
Mm-hmm.
50-50 and paying all the bills and this and that. So then, you know, the soft guy era is to counteract, you know, the expectations of women. So it's really meant to be a mockery in a sense.
Sure.
It's meant to make women feel utterly ridiculous about their expectations, to make them feel ridiculous about their expectations and trying to get them to understand how ridiculous it is they sound when they say things out loud. So it's basically the men's counteraction. You know, when TLC made No Scrubs and then the guys turned around and made No Pigeons.
Right.
This is,
Same thing.
this is 2024 No Pigeons.
Got you.
Soft
Okay.
guy,
Okay.
soft guy
Okay.
era. You feel me?
Okay.
Which I think it's appropriate because when you hear it flipped on its head from a different angle, you're like, that's ridiculous. Exactly. That's what we've been trying to say for such a long time. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so there has been the Red Pill podcast. Y'all see it a lot. Oftentimes they to set up their premise, they bring people on the show who can't necessarily argue their points. And so
Imbeciles.
okay, you could say that. Okay.
Yeah.
You
That's the goal. They
Yeah.
don't want to bring someone extremely articulate onto the show.
Right.
Right. Of course not.
The
Right.
plan is to make them feel stupid when they get there.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so they invite these people on their podcast, and they already have the premises set up, and then they ask them questions. What Mel called imbeciles will respond, and then they just completely destroy them. Majority of the conversation is they are women saying, I want a man that can do everything for me, and then what I do for myself is just for me.
Right.
And
How does that even work?
I don't know.
Like, how does that work?
I think, and maybe I might be jumping ahead of us. I think it's a hyper response to trauma and traumatic instances that happen. So you there's a lot of baggage.
You do for me, but I just do for myself.
I do for myself.
Like,
Because I think in some cases they have been in relationship with people who have dogged them.
sure.
And so now everybody has to suffer after that.
Mhm.
And I think what it should actually be is that's how that person treated you.
Right.
And if the next person treated you the exact same way, let's evaluate what type of man am I attracting? Or what type of partner am I attracting? You know what I'm saying? Growth. Growth.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's but instead what it is, everyone else has to suffer because of that.
Yeah, the soft guy era is interesting anyway. It is funny because some of the videos that have been matriculating through the people's internets, it's hilarious. I was watching one the other day, and the guy was like, I paid $1,000 for my suit. I got $100 haircut. I got on $600 Gucci shoes. Yeah, you're paying this bill for dinner.
Drizzle.
Right,
Drizzle. Okay.
So it was just like,
Not
yo,
sprinkle.
Yeah,
Drizzle. Okay.
It was hilarious. But just seeing those videos, and again, as Troy put it, when you flip it, now it opens up a different vortex, and I can see how ridiculous I sound in some aspects. Nothing wrong with having standards, but again, you should also be able to bring something to the table to showcase, well, this is what I desire because I'm bringing this to the party, if you will.
Right.
So
did you define exactly what soft guy era is? I know you touched on a couple things, but did we cover everything of what soft guy era is?
I mean, yeah, it's essentially just a funny way of trying to make women hear how ridiculous they sound. Today's women sound when they're asking for things from their counterparts.
So a man is saying, I have a job, I make my own money, but I want you to take care of me.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, it makes
Mhm.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know how women be like, "Oh, bust down this, da da da." Like so you got to come with it. Like, okay, babe, I'm Mary stepping belt $500. You know what I'm saying?
All of that.
So that's the soft guy era.
And again, there's nothing wrong with having standards. That's the thing. But for me, if you're going to have a standard, you have to be able to bring that same thing to the
meet it.
right. You have to meet the standard.
That's the point, though. People be having standards for others
that they don't even meet,
and that's the issue.
That's
the issue.
That's really what it is.
That's a life lesson,
like
by the
for
way.
real.
And that's
like
not
for real.
That's not directed to
if
the
you're
women.
gonna have a standard,
That's the people.
Be able to meet it.
Yeah.
You talking about I gotta have my own house, my own car, my own everything, and
but you live in it.
Okay. I can't have no kids, but you got 3.
You have aspirations.
Okay.
Right.
I gotta be the standard, but you got aspirations.
Come on.
All right, bet that.
Come on now.
Bet that.
Come on now.
So I think that is definitely, if you gonna have standards, be able to meet it.
You got to.
And I think what happens is, where people get to this mentality, once again, they're in a previous relationship in their prior life, and the person that they present is that of one who can take care of somebody. And then as you get to know them more, it's flipped. It's like, that was just to draw you in, and I got you now.
They sold the dream.
They sold a dream.
Mhm.
They sold a dream. Question: how can you tell if a person is selling you a dream versus they are legit?
If they don't use condiments on their food, they selling you a dream. And I stand by that. Anybody who don't use condiments is selling you a dream.
I don't understand that.
Why I don't understand. Okay, it's really not that hard.
It's not.
It's really not that hard. I'll be trying to give people grace, because everybody can't. You know how people do. Everybody can't. Okay, it's not that hard. If the actions don't line up with the dream, if the reality don't match with the words, come on now.
Yes.
The
thing is, I tell you what it is. People find themselves a lot of times in those situations because then they are introspective and they like, well, I put in so much time. I put in this, I put in that. Well, the dream is becoming a nightmare, baby. What we gonna do in that regard? So, but also it's a pride factor where people just choose not to walk away.
That's true.
So when you incorporate pride and time, people can find themselves in situations where they know, Ray Ray was drunk before you got with Ray Ray. Now all of a sudden you expect different. You know what I'm saying? He might be drinking Modelo now, but before he was drinking Colt 45.
Right.
He's still who he is.
Right.
So yeah.
Because I know some people who had a good trajectory, and then they just crashed, and they have nothing to offer after that crash. Like one thing happens in their life, and their life is completely ruined, and the rebound is like almost close to impossible to rebound from. Now, that's one situation, but there's other cases where people are just selling the dream. Like they're basically relationship scam artists who are just trying to love bomb someone, as the young folks say, to get in to convince somebody, hey, I am of some value.
I've never heard the term love bomb.
You've never heard? I've heard the term love bomb.
That's new to me.
I've heard the term love bomb, and it's basically what, like Troy said, where you just in the beginning you just overload a bunch of stuff on somebody, showering them with gifts or a bunch of time, like you just going extremely above and beyond in a quick span of time or in a short window of time to like get them to be all up into you. So that after that happens, though, you change up your whole pattern.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
So it's like love. So I'm doing all this right now, like real quick, so that you can. I pull you this way, and then once I catch you,
never heard of it.
I just stop doing all of it.
Yeah, never heard of it.
I just flip the script.
Yeah. And because you imagine in a true relationship, you gradually grow together.
Yeah.
But people who love bomb take what would take 2 or 3 years, put it in 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And so now you done gotta, hey, I'm trying to put you up in you come, bro. I never understood this. You meet somebody in January, and then by March y'all moving in together. I never understood that. You don't. How can you know somebody for 2-3 months, and then hey, we need to get
They're trying to survive, Troy.
Yeah, inflation.
They not in love. They need to survive, okay?
Inflation is real.
I like you enough for us to share this bill right now because I'm struggling to do this by myself.
I like Netflix. I like the Hulus.
You thinking they in love and relationship and they rushing because they want to be together.
That's how I know he just got such
he wholesome.
Yeah, he like
no, bro.
He wholesome.
I've seen it. I seen it. Somebody close to me. He wanted to get his own apartment. I was like, bro, that is big, because he had been living with his family for some time and stuff like that. And I'm like, he shared with me, hey, I'm getting my own apartment. I was like, man, that is fire. I'm so happy for you. He has a great job. He just never got from up under his parents' wing. And then a little bit more information came out that he was only doing that so he can go live with a girl. I was like, come on, bro. Come. And then, all right, so that's one thing. But then to find out a little bit more about who she was as a person, I'm like, what about this situation told you that this was going to be good? I mean,
let me tell you what told him.
And
do you really want to know what told him that this was going to be good?
Go ahead.
That snapper going to snap. I done told y'all. That snapper going to snap.
I had another friend, similar situation, but they were moving in together, but he was in a relationship. He didn't want to break up with her. But there was so many signs that this was dead. But he was, I can't let her go. I was like, hey, bro, I appreciate you sharing all this stuff. Let me just ask you this one question. How good is the sex? He's like, it's amazing. I was like, that's your problem right there.
Yeah.
Cut it off. Cut it off.
He just told you it was.
But
cut it off. He just told you.
He's telling me he knows what's best for him to leave.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't leave when you attached at the hip. Right. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
You don't say.
Yeah. What do you expect?
And
I'm
that's
trying
in
to
the
figure
book.
out what you expect.
You talking about hindsight 2020? People should know. This is my.
I didn't say they should know.
This is my version of people just should know.
I didn't say they should know.
You should look at this situation and you should know this is not going to be good. But you blindsided by the booty. And like what Dick Gregory said, ain't nothing but doo-doo up in there.
Hey.
Hey, I did not know where he was going. Why did you say dick like that so hard, bro?
Because that's his name, Dick
Bro,
Gregory.
you said it strong, though. I'm like, what is he about to go with this? Bruh, you real passionate about this, bro.
Because I see so many people fall to the wayside from it. This relationship is not good for you. You are dying on the inside. You are crying to your friends and your family. Mm-hmm. And you can't make the decision, for lack of better words, to pull out.
And this is why I be talking to y'all the way that I be talking to y'all. Mm-hmm. Because you live in the land of what people should be doing. And I be talking about what these niggas be doing.
Melvin, no. You also be living in what people should be doing too.
You do.
We literally had a whole conversation of people just should be knowing.
I didn't say people. I didn't say people should know.
In hindsight, I did not say 2020.
I did not say
2020. It shouldn't be 2020.
I did not say they should know. I said that they could if they tried. They not trying. I didn't say they
try
should
something
know
would showcase that you know something.
Not necessarily.
How am I gonna try to build a car if I don't know nothing about it?
I'm gonna try.
So I'm just gonna go get a motor and
I'm gonna go. Okay, so the trying is taking action. I'm gonna at least try. I'm gonna read about it, maybe see what parts I need.
That's
what
I'm
tools,
saying. You have to know something about it.
No, you don't know nothing about it, but I'm trying to learn something about it. I don't know, but I'm taking the action toward learning it. It's the effort. You're not even trying. You saying I can't build a car. I ain't even gonna.
That's not what I'm saying.
No,
what I'm saying is, to build a car, I have to know something about where do I even start to build a car. For one, I have to know where I can go get a part.
Google.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to start with Google. I'm just saying you're going to start something, though.
Right. That's the
point. You're going to start. You missing the point. The point is starting. It's just trying.
I understand what you're saying.
It's just making a motion.
I understand what you're saying.
You don't got to know it all. You just got to try.
No, of course not.
That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying that you got to know. I'm not saying they have to know. I'm not saying people should know. That's not what I'm saying. I never say that. I just say you can try. Don't give up before you start. That's all I be saying. Mm-hmm. Come on now, T-Dot. You be living in a what people should do.
No, Troy just hate fornication. He hates
because he like, this is what they should be doing.
He hates fornication.
I'm like, no, this is what they do be doing.
That's an absolute fact.
And y'all be looking at me like I'm crazy. I be telling you what they doing. They saying it every day. This is what they doing. You be like, nah, I can't believe that. I'm like, they doing that. They saying it. This why they arguing.
No. I can believe it. But what I struggle with is you see the symptoms of you doing it and you're still in it.
Right.
Which actually is your point.
That's in the book.
Yeah, that's in the book.
It's in the book?
It's in the book.
When I would do good.
Mm-hmm.
Evil was right at the door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I struggle with. It's not that if you didn't know, I completely understand because some people just don't know. I got so many friends. I got homeboy who's pursuing a relationship the exact same way he's pursued every single other relationship. And I'm trying to tell him, bro, it's going to end the exact same way. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But he don't want to hear it because that's the only thing he knows.
Tell him to Google.
Yeah, tell him to Google. Google. How should I? Chat GPT. How should I?
I'm just saying you got to start. You got to start it.
But some people don't want change. Some people live to be in dysfunctional situations. And they enjoy dysfunction because that's what they've gotten so accustomed to. So when somebody does come along who can help them grow, make them better, whatever, those are the individuals who are, I don't know if I can trust that person. I don't know if because of their approach is different, it's unfamiliar, and it's no dysfunction.
I feel you.
I used to be one of those people.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you.
What's that?
And I had to learn that about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was thriving in dysfunction and not knowing that I was thriving in dysfunction because it was what I was used to or what I was leaning into. Y'all, I be making fun of all the time. I say I'm toxic, stuff like that, right? So I be dysfunction and toxicity. They're like cousins. So then you be like, you know, so
and he was a change agent in toxicity.
so I'm like, legit, like for real. I got to a point in the my relationship with Sharita where we didn't have nothing going on. Like it was nothing toxic, nothing dysfunctional going on or whatever. And I started to feel like I was getting bored.
Mm-hmm.
Not realizing like this is a good relationship.
Yeah,
why
yeah,
am I
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to make something?
Yeah.
Why am I trying to create problems? And I'm like, why am I? So I'm not bored. I'm like, I'm actually in a good situation, but I was so used to dysfunction and so excited about it
feels
that I'd be
different.
like, this ain't what I, you know what I'm saying? So I was one of them people. I had to.
Mm-hmm. Some people like that
Come
for
on,
real,
bro.
man. I've seen it.
I don't want peace. I want problems.
I'm like, bro.
So when you realize that, so how do you turn that on its head? Like, how do you address that?
Google.
Well, I mean, I just had to really look at it for what it was. Like, it took me a while. You know what I'm saying? Hindsight was 20/20 or whatever the hell you want to call it. But
oh, now
He didn't have a foresight.
he had a foresight to
He
see.
had the hindsight.
but yeah, whatever. Whatever. But I took action though. Is the point?
That is the
And,
point. Yeah, you're right.
No, it was just like I had to train myself because I started feeling like something was wrong with her because I felt bored. Like something's wrong with her. We got to fix something. We got to change something. It's like nothing's wrong with her. Like this is a good relationship. She's actually doing what she should be doing. So something got to be wrong with me where I keep looking for some type of confusion or dysfunction for me to be able to operate in this situation. So I just had to learn like, we may not want to hear it, but like good relationships are boring. Like if your relationship is boring, sometimes they just not boring in the sense of like, oh my God, but you ain't got nothing going on. So it feels boring because you in a routine, you in a system, everything's working. I'm like, this is what we used to be arguing about. Like we used to argue to get to where this is doing this thing and now it's doing it and now that's not good enough.
Yeah.
So it's just like I had to fix my mindset about how I was looking at it. Like it's this is what I want to be doing. So why am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? So it took some time, but once I figured it out, it was a little bit easier.
I dig it.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel you on that. Even in going along the lines of not trying to find something that you can argue about, like just being accepting some things that your partner just does. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't refill the water pitcher after you use it. All right. I'm not gonna make this a big deal. I'm just gonna realize this is who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I have the ability to take the water pitcher out, put some water in it, and put it right back in the refrigerator. I have the ability to do that. So let me cover you in that area. And the reason why I think that's important is because I know there are some blind spots in me that I get covered on. Not really a lot because I get called out on everything. Why your shoes right here? Fix the pillows on the couch. When you finish the bed, put the covers back. I'm like, hey, are you looking for things just to call me out on? But I think we've grown from that and realizing, hey, it's good to be just nice and boring.
Your relationships are boring.
For sure.
I know y'all don't want to hear that because y'all want excitement all the time and stuff. And it can be exciting, but boring in the sense of it's just how we label it. Because I used to think that it wasn't fun because it wasn't nothing going on, nothing crazy going on. So then I was like, oh, I'm bored. This ain't nothing. So it's just how I had to reframe my mind about it. But
yeah, I think that comes also with getting older and just not having the capacity for the foolishness as well. Because
But that's good.
at the end of the day, majority of us do want peace. So it's just like, yo, I ain't even got time or energy.
you just
to
give
put
up on
into
life.
Okay.
You give up on life.
Okay, I don't appreciate that.
Yeah.
What?
Because you said that the other day, and I didn't like it.
What?
Giving up. There's a difference between giving up and surrendering. Okay?
They cousins.
They might be cousins, but there's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Giving up means I don't care.
Right.
Surrendering says I do care, and it's better for me to retain. It's better for me to make this move and retain the most that I can versus just giving it all
Surrender
away.
means, in layman's terms, surrender means I care about this thing, but I'm not going to let it consume my attitude.
I like that.
Right.
I like
That's
that.
what surrender means.
Yes.
And I'm saying that I give up on life because
Do it. Choose it how you want to.
Yeah.
Troy got his path. You want to surrender for the surrendering group? Go and surrender for the give up on life group.
you know what I'm saying? Come this way. So give up just means I don't care no more. So I just don't care. So certain things I literally just don't care about no more. I don't care about no more. Because Troy was trying to make fun of me. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, y'all traveled whatchamacallit recently, and you ain't tell us about no arguments. Y'all ain't had no arguments and nothing like that. Every time y'all travel, y'all have an argument. I said, yeah, I gave up on life. And Troy was like, he laughed. He was like, what you talking about? I was like, I gave up on life, bro. I just don't care no more.
Right.
So that's why we ain't had no argument. We was arguing before because I cared about what was going on. I don't care no more.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna do what you gonna do. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I don't care no more.
I dig that.
Is it that, or is it a matter of you shift your care to areas that are more valuable?
Like what?
Like, okay, so let's say, for instance, before you care, and I'm just making this up. This is never something that never happened. But let's say, for instance, you cared because of way of a person packed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so
that bothered me. That bothers me.
Well, what? But it's okay. So you move from I care how this person's packed versus I care that they're prepared.
See what I be talking about? No, I don't care that they're prepared.
You shifted.
No, I don't care no more. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
And
I don't care.
Right. Now I feel it.
I don't care no more.
I think the reason why I'm cautious with the terminology of I give up on life.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't no hope in that statement.
Mm-hmm. No, it ain't. It ain't. Hope is dangerous.
Hope
is dangerous.
Say more.
Hope is dangerous.
It can be because hope
dangerous.
is something that it's almost, and I'm not gonna say it's the cousin of faith.
Yeah, they are cousins.
They are cousins. Yeah,
because hope is like you want something, but you don't know if you ever go get it.
True. And then if it don't happen,
right, then
you know what I'm saying?
You still whatever. So a lot of people have gotten hurt from hope. I can agree with that.
And that's the dream.
Yeah.
When you talk about the dream, hope is a product of the dream. I'm selling your dream, so now you have hope. Okay? So when that hope, that'll carry you. When people, you like, why won't they leave? Why won't they leave? You can see that this don't look good for me. I got hope. I'm hoping that this dream is going to turn into something. Hope is dangerous. Hope will carry you. That's what I be talking about when you be like, well, why don't they just leave it? Hope. I'm hoping it's going to change. I'm hoping it's going to go in my favor. He keeps saying he don't want a relationship, but he keep doing this stuff. So I hope that this is going to turn out. She keep not doing what I want her to do, but I hope she going to,
don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's the hope.
Don't do that. Don't do that. The reason why I say that is because then hope becomes negative. Hope has always been a positive thing.
That's not true.
When the root,
that's not true.
No. Well, hold on.
Not true.
Originally, it was meant. It's rooted in faith, I guess you could say, partially, but also I believe that hope, when it has the right foundation, it will provide, it will yield.
But would you let me break it down to you like this though? If hope is based upon the right foundation, a foundation is built upon some form of action, right? You build foundation off of action. So if you see that that foundational piece and that action is not aligning with the lens of hope that is being pushed, you being sold a dream.
Let me think about
Scam likely.
Scam.
Just like they say, faith without works is dead.
Yeah, okay.
You got faith, that's one thing. But if I don't work, that faith is null and void.
Okay, so then we bring in this other word, knowledge, wisdom. When you lack knowledge and wisdom, your hope can be rooted in something wrong.
Sure.
So, in some of these situations, if we give people the knowledge that they need, the hope can be rooted in what needs to be rooted in.
Sure.
And it could have good yield. Because here's the thing. I hope for this podcast to blow up. I hope for us to be able to make the decision if we want to have careers outside of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope for that. Hope is good.
Yes.
But hope rooted in the wrong area can have a bad yield.
Right. But also based upon that hope, we're putting in the work to eventually get there. So if we could say all day, I hope I make it to the NBA, you can't dribble a basketball.
And ain't practicing dribbling no basketball.
So, like, that don't mean...
That won't necessary. You ain't have to jump
on
that.
That ain't... That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You ain't even doing nothing for it, though. Right. That's what I'm saying. Hope is dangerous.
Hope hope can be dangerous if it is placed in the wrong
Hope is
space.
a carrot on a stick. Hope is a driver to get you to move in a direction. Hope keeps you in the fight. Hope keeps you in line. Hope keeps you moving in the direction that you think you want to go. Because when you have no hope, like you said, hopeless, you don't even try. You don't do nothing. You just give up. You're trying to use hope is like you just said. Oh, so then that just means you don't.
You have
you
no
don't have
hope.
no hope. You have
What
no
are you
belief
living
in-
for?
you don't have
If you
no
don't have
belief
any
in
hope, what are
nothing.
you living for?
I set my hope on something else. On
That's
other
okay.
things.
All right. That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Don't just say I give up on life, because to give up on life is to
I'm
have
saying I give
no
up on
hope
life
at
at
all.
certain points. I give up. No, Troy, every man gets to a certain point when he just give up on life. Okay, and we gonna have this. This is a conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
as
yeah.
we get older, bro.
That is true.
The
That is
stuff
true.
that we keep feeling like, oh, we at peace. We gave up. Okay, we giving up on life. We stopped having hope that things were gonna change. We stopped having hope that certain people gonna be a certain way. We just like, you know what? It's gonna be what it's gonna be. They're gonna do what they're gonna do.
And that's cool.
I give up.
Listen, I'm gonna enjoy my faith the size of a mustard seed. That's the reason why I wore this
Now I feel
mustard.
it. I feel
right
it. And
here.
you gotta, like I said, you gotta have faith, hope, those kinds of things. But hope placed in the wrong areas,
Yes,
it makes no sense.
it makes no sense. Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, so we agree
So
there.
I'm not saying you shouldn't have hope.
Yes.
I'm saying make sure it's rooted in the correct thing.
So let's not give up on life.
You don't like the way
Let's-
I use give up on life.
Yes,
because
I don't
you're
like
using
that.
it in totality. You're looking at it in y'all's words. I'm gonna get into y'all's bag. You're looking at it holistically.
Holistically,
When I'm speaking
Yes.
about a specific,
Because words
instance,
matter.
really
words matter and have meaning.
So I'm talking about giving up on life to certain things, not like my entire life, not like my entire life. Okay.
So where have you shifted your hope now?
I'm not gonna keep hoping that we're gonna leave the house on time when we travel.
No need to hope for that.
hope for that. That's not gonna happen. We've been doing this as a team for over a decade. That hasn't changed. So
We
then
ain't
I'm
go
like,
Euro after that.
You know
Yeah,
what?
man.
I just said in my mind, no matter what time I say we leave it, we gonna leave late. I know that this person's gonna overpack, so I just deal with they gonna overpack.
Mhm,
I just
mhm.
say, okay, I just make sure my shoulders are ready to carry this bag. It's gonna be too big for them to carry. and
Yeah.
then
That's
I
why
have
you
to-
shouldn't have got the duffel bags in the. You should
No,
have got the
it
suitcase.
don't
The
matter what
alligator
type of bag it
duffel.
is. It don't matter what type of bag it is. It's gonna get overpacked. We talked about it on Sunday.
And he tried to put me onto the alligator bag too. He be sending me discount codes. He be sending me discount codes.
First of all, Lace, he asked about the bag and said I might want to get this as a gift. That's why I sent him the discount code.
He trying to get you on the gator.
Because I know Troy is fiscally responsible. Troy fiscally responsible.
Trying to get you on the gator bag.
Oh my
He ain't
gosh.
trying to pay full price. So that's why I sent him the discount code.
Nah,
I ain't trying to coerce you to get no
It's
alligator
gonna
bag.
be roller gang for me.
Listen,
Now,
context on
and you talk about hope from your perspective. That's when I would have lost hope with you. If you would have showed up to the house with them alligator bags. So there ain't no hope. This man know I don't want to carry no bag. But yet, I want a bag that rolls.
The roll.
But now I got a whole endangered species on my chest.
You just give up hope. You give up on life. Certain things, and you just, and that's if you want to have a good relationship too, honestly. To be honest with you. If you want to have a good relationship to a degree, sometimes you just got to give up on
let's reword that, okay?
What?
I just don't like the wording. Let's just say we put our energy and care in another area.
How does that make it any better?
Because to give up hope means that you are
Give
Give
it
it
up
up.
in totality.
yeah.
Your ability to pivot. That's essentially what.
And if you tell yourself enough times that I'm giving up on life, eventually, so as a man thinketh, so is he.
I hope so.
That's in the book.
that's
definitely in the book.
That's in the book. So
But I hope so. When I keep saying I give up on life, I hope so. I hope so. So that this can stop bothering me. Okay? It's bothering me. So I'm not going to. So here's the thing. Maybe I have the foresight to know when to surrender and when to give up.
yes.
Because if I know that I can't let this not bother me, if I can't surrender to this and just say, hey, I'm going to deal with it and it don't bother me, I'm just going to give up on it. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If I feel like I can surrender and do that and it not bother me, cool.
Mhm.
But if I know that this going to keep bothering me, I give up on life. as a man thinking. So hopefully that will trickle down, and then, for real.
Wild times.
Any other thoughts on this
I don't
soft
know.
guy?
I don't know how we landed there.
I don't know.
I really don't know how we landed.
I don't know.
We
talked about soft guy era.
And in transition, we just trying to help.
You see how the conversation evolves?
Yeah.
That's technically our old format. Let's just talk.
Yeah. Got to be able to talk it out, man.
Let's just talk. And let's bond over these words, because words mean things and they have definitions.
Absolutely.
Words mean things. It's okay to give up on life too, though.
No, it is
it's
not, Melvin.
Not like it is.
In the context that
In
you're
the
saying it, but
context that
some
I'm
people
using
aren't.
it in.
Some people won't take it as that's the
Okay,
context.
some people won't take
that's
it as
why
that's
it's
the
important.
context. Okay.
Because some people don't have the force.
All right, y'all.
The
Don't
high-
give up on life. Keep hope. Keep hope alive. Learn how to surrender. Take T-Dot's approach and surrender. Join the surrender group. Don't come on this side.
Because what I've learned is it's better to give ground in order to gain ground. Give ground in one area to gain ground in others.
Mm-hmm.
So if I let you, case in point, so I had an issue with my wife packing too, and at one point it was like, hey, this is too much. But then I realized that when she didn't have all the things that she thought she needed, she didn't feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
If she don't feel comfortable, then she don't want to be in relationship with me. If she don't want to be in relationship with me, ain't gonna be none of this.
Mm-hmm.
So to gain ground
Mm-hmm.
in other areas, I have to give a little ground. Just like it's a game of chess.
You see how men be doing? You see? Because he was still looking out for herself.
He was.
He
was
don't
definitely
care that
out
she
for
was.
himself.
He
That's
don't care that
us.
he don't care that she was comfortable.
No, this is
He tryna-
us. This is
he tryna-
us.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I be talking about.
No, this is us.
But there's a lot of men think like that.
No, listen.
So forget her emotional state.
No.
Forget
I
what-
need her to be primed and ready to. So if you got to put a little bit more extra in that bag, go ahead and put a little bit more
Let me
extra
tell you
in that
this
bag.
right now. Matter of fact, we've had a different conversation, but on this topic. Remember we were talking about fasting at one time?
Yeah.
And you was like, fasting includes sex?
Yes.
Because how you read the
That's what
specific
it
scripture.
says, though. That's in the book.
And it said to not deny one another,
Right.
so that the devil won't come between you.
Mhm.
We need to have this
Yeah, we do.
so the devil
I
doesn't
know.
come between us.
That's what I be saying. That's what I be saying. That's one of my favorite scriptures. I use that one. That's one of my favorites. So I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying that you were still looking out for yourself.
No, it's
And a lot of
us.
guys do that. It's not us.
It is
It's
us.
not a us.
We're
It's
trying
a-
to prevent the devil
Come
from
on, bro.
coming in between us.
And she be saying that she would be saying, "What if I forget someone? We could get it when we get there. If whatever we forget, we could get it when we get there.
Now that is true.
I have
Yes.
enough money for us to replace whatever you forgot. So do we need to overpack this bag to where you know you can't carry it and
Yeah.
you need me to carry
Right.
it? Now
Now
I'm
it's your
carrying more bag. Now
responsibility.
your bag is my responsibility. That's the problem, T-Dot. That's why I said I give up on life. In that particular situation, because I can't keep having hope that this person's going to change their behavior. So I just have to give up and say,
It is what it
is what it is.
We'll just look at it like this next time. Next time a bag is overpacked and it's going to be extra weight for you to carry,
Mhm.
just think of it like this. This is a step towards me unbigging my bag.
I appreciate that view because I can tell you how I've been handling it thus far if you want to know. I've basically been saying, however big and heavy that bag is, I hope you can carry it. Because I'm not carrying your bag. I'm not carrying this bag. So if you can't get it to the car, if you can't get it to where you need to get it to, if you can't pick it up and put it on the luggage rack and we go into a hotel or something like that, you better take some stuff out of that bag because I'm not carrying this bag.
Mm.
But that's why she was packing the bag, because she had the expectation that I was going to carry the bag. She packing the bag for me to carry the bag.
Mm.
That's a message. People packing their bags for other people to carry. You putting your stuff in somebody else's bag.
That is a
That's
message.
heavy.
You
That is
packing the bag for somebody else to
Literally.
carry.
Yeah,
Literally
yeah,
heavy.
That's heavy.
So she was packing her bag with the expectation that I was going to carry. So she didn't care what went in that bag.
Mm.
I don't care what I throw in this bag because
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going to be the one that's going to carry the bag. She knew I was gonna carry the bag, so she not trying to be conscious about what should go in this bag. That's what I'm talking about. You looking out for yourself.
Ooh,
in that instance, I'm putting all this in this bag because I know if I can't carry it, they gonna carry it.
Whoo.
He gonna carry it.
Hey, that's a bar, yo.
Yeah, that's a
So
bar.
that's why I say I give up on life in that instance. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
That's a
Well,
bar.
listen.
Hey, I be trying to give y'all this word. I keep trying not to give y'all this word. Y'all keep trying to put me in this bag.
Nah,
Y'all keep trying to put me in this bag. Troy be trying to take me there. He be bringing up the scripture. But I just be saying that's what it is. But you looking out for yourself. You
Hey,
saying you want to
back
be
in your
comfortable.
bag because you know somebody
Y'all
else
is
is
gonna
carry
carry
it.
So all eyes closed and all hearts open.
Yes.
We thank y'all for coming to the
Come
Manly
on now.
D's podcast.
Yeah.
Manly D's podcast.
It's your boy T. Roy, Melly Mel, Life Coach Lace.
We out.
We out.